$12.38. So, who's all witnesses? Raise your hand so I can get a count. You can be. Witnesses, raise your hand. Keep them up. Filmed. You were a witness as well, Chow?
I can be, but I filmed the whole thing.
Okay.
Do you want me to testify?
If you can.
I would be honored to.
If we have, all right, so you're on the list. Bill's on the list. I got 13 people on the list. I need to get some other people possibly on the list. Honestly, we might not even get to any of the witnesses today. So hopefully it gets dismissed. This could be our lucky St. Patrick's Day. I did file a motion for dismissal. They got this guy in there right now, Provenza. He's the one that signed all the tickets, okay? So when we recorded the trial last Friday, I had my camera and I accidentally left it pointing at the TV when they were running the videos. And this Provenza guy who signed all the tickets was running the laptop, okay? He's not on the witness list, but he was there. He is on the Lori list. I do know that, okay? And so while we were rewatching the video, I said, oh, I forgot to turn it. So it's like pointing at this guy sitting there. But Trooper starts testifying. Provenza grabs his phone. Paying attention, he's texting back and forth to somebody on what was being testified to. Okay? So 100% Trooper Provenza needs to be on the witness list, and he should not be on the witness tampering. I caught him on video sending text during the trial, Shepard. Yeah. Case dismissed. So this whole thing is a bunch of malarkey. I got food poisoning too, so I'm totally not feeling too hot. But we'll see. I'm going to have them get a bucket over there just in case. Should be okay. I think I got it all out earlier. But yeah, that's it. And the witnesses are going to have to stay out here.
Excuse me, courtroom 3 is open.
Excellent, thank you so much. So the witnesses, you guys can all come in for now, and then we'll have you guys excused at the point with the judge. So in case it gets dismissed, we never know, but we can all go in right now. Okay. Yep, and then the witnesses will come out once we have to sequester them. Yeah, you better start freaking figuring some shit out in there. Did Christian come with my life jacket? Oh, another thing I do. I need an assistant, if possible.
Even though I'm not going to be a witness, but I was there, and I'm going to have to go out.
You can stay in here, it's fine. Yeah, you're
Because I
good.
don't want to.
Okay.
Frank, if you need witnesses, more witnesses, we were there.
Okay. I have a list somewhere. So, who's not a witness who can help to like remind me to, hey, did you look at your notes? Did you ask all your questions and try to keep me? I got permission from the judge to have somebody who could sit with me.
Diane, you're really good with that. Diane, you're very detail oriented. You should help.
I don't know. Well, do you know anything about the case?
I'll do it if you don't want me to testify. Yeah, it's a tough question. Whatever you want.
Same thing for me. It's either way.
Okay.
He could be a good one for you.
I'm going to testify.
No.
I mean, if you,
Yep.
You were close. You were a close witness.
to you, yeah.
You were right behind me.
right
So gonna need you.
He was in front of you.
He was in front.
Behind me,
He was right behind you. Oh, okay, well, you were right there.
but he was filming.
And he was filming.
I was filming some, but I didn't get much, so.
Okay. You'll sit with me? Okay, excellent. Thank you so much. Patrice is gonna sit. All right, cool. And she's good, pretty good at that. The judge will love you. Yeah. So, all right, yeah. So can I set up over here? We're gonna go in. Even though I don't have my life jacket, I'm gonna hopefully I don't drown in the maritime waters. You guys know that, right? The gold fringe. Google gold fringe on the flag. What does it mean? We're under maritime law right now. Okay. What is it? No, I'm just going to because it's going to be easier.
Downstairs. Your name? Judge is going to ask. I just want to make sure. Would you take your hat off, sir, please?
Nothing. Just kind of sit here and say, you know, just. Yeah. Oh, they got water this time. Right. So I got my laptop here. Hopefully, we don't even need any of these things. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. So I'm gonna have to talk to the judge about any of the extra witnesses that we're gonna need to put on the list. All right. So this, got this. Take some notes. Got my constitutions.
Would be great. Thank you.
Pens. Prevens is the guy that's running the thing over here. Yeah, I hope he's ready to testify. Of course, I forgot my stand.
Are you on the wrong side?
No, she's my assistant.
Oh.
Yeah. Do you know him? Shepherd, yeah.
The name's familiar. Is that him? No, that's not him.
This is Shepherd, yep. These were the accommodations I asked for. Okay, so there's that. This for rating pad. So those are the, yeah. Complainant. Complainant.
Is it okay if I know her name just so I can put it in my
Sure.
notes? Patrice, nice to meet you.
Yes.
As ready as I'll ever be. Thank you so much, yes. I do need it. It is regulatory.
New people that just came in, just make sure your cell phones are quiet, please. Thank you. please.
All right, good afternoon. Please be seated. All right, we're here for a continuation of a trial. Case of the state of New Hampshire versus Frank Staples, case number 429, 2021, CR 3652. Can you check if there's an honorable state? Yes, sir.
Where's the other guy?
Mr. Staples, you're here.
I am here. I have food poisoning too. I don't know if we can have a bucket ready just in case. I should be okay. I had diarrhea all morning and vomiting. Threw up everything, so hopefully I should be good, but I keep burping a little bit. Sorry. And another thing, I did put in a witness list, but there are people who found out about it through social media and that are witnesses that I wasn't able to contact that are here today. I'd like to add them to the list if possible. I don't know if we're even going to get to any of them, to be honest.
The state is any objection to Mr. Staples' witness list or adding additional people, although it reserves its right to object to those people as they come, once they become, if they in fact end up being duplicative of the
Thank you so much. Sure, whatever.
Your Honor, I do want to speak to one point on the issue with regard to witness. Specifically, Mr. Staples, as he is wont to do, posted the entire trial on his YouTube channel. So, to the extent he's done that, and the court has ordered sequestration of witnesses, I have no reason to believe that the people who follow him and follow him on his YouTube channel haven't had an opportunity to watch the entire trial and watch the testimony of witnesses. So it obliterates the notion of having people sequestered. So I don't know how we get around that, but I don't think a sequestration order just means you can't talk about the case or watch or hear what other people are saying while you're in court. It's any time you can't have what other people have said, influence, infect, however you want to do it, your possible testimony. We were provided the information about his witness list for something he filed apparently yesterday, to the extent that's the case. It's a little late, but I don't have, he's gonna write.
Too fucking bad, dude.
What I have a problem with is him presenting a defense where he's calling witnesses who've had the opportunity to watch and tailor their testimony based upon what may or may not have been testified last Friday.
I hear you, Attorney O'Leary. To that extent, I think I'll allow you to watch each witness before they commence their testimony. We can address it individually.
Right. Okay.
I do want to address the issue of recording. There were, at the commencement of the trial, there were 2 requests made by 2 people who identified themselves as anonymous. Those requests to videotape, audio record the hearing were granted. If they're here, that remains in place. If you haven't filled out a request to record the proceeding in compliance with the court rule, and you're recording, you can't record. So if you could just raise your hand if you're video recording the proceeding. Ma'am, have you filled out a request to video record the proceeding?
Yes, Your Honor.
When did you do that?
Downstairs.
Downstairs at the clerk's office, and you submitted that?
Yes.
All right. Okay. You're approved. Sir?
Yeah, with freaking.
Okay.
We have paperwork for it already.
They were here last time. He's just a different cameraman.
And you're good? All right. Then you're approved as well.
Your Honor, if I may, there is a preliminary matter. This gentleman over here, Trooper Provenza, number one, he is on my witness list. He is the one who wrote and signed all these tickets. I want to be able to cross-examine him, but I also want his phone sequestered because I rewatched the entire trial from last Friday to try to take notes on everything, and I accidentally left my camera pointing that way for a while, and the trial continued. I forget who was on the witness stand, but I caught him on video on his phone texting and receiving, sending and receiving texts while someone, and he is on the Lori list, or was on the Lori list as well. So this is a situation, and I'm wondering where's Chris Sununu, because the state's entire foundation of their case is based on the admonishments of Chris Sununu and whether or not that was fair warning. And there was also testimony given as to what Sununu was warning us about. But nobody can testify to that but Sununu unless we have some sort of official statement from him, which I'm unaware of.
So, Mr. Staples, I'm sure you understand, I'm in no position to direct the state about how they present their case or who they choose to call as.
They opened the door to Sununu for sure.
Well, to the extent that any witness is under subpoena and able to appear in this proceeding, we'll address it as the matter comes up. But I'm going to instruct the state to proceed with their next witness. I do want to know, there was unbecoming language used during the first session of this trial. I know that there are children present.
I don't care. That don't mean nothing to me. Whatever comes out of my mouth comes out of my mouth, okay?
I would just ask you to keep that in mind, respectfully.
Sure, and they understand and they know, these people know what time it is, okay? They're here over the tyranny of the state.
All right, Mr. State.
Bootlickers.
All right, please proceed.
And before we proceed, I also want to say for the record, he's made a statement now about Mr. Cooper Clemenza that he's on the list. I understand he's not on the list. He's not on the list. So he's made a misstatement with respect to that.
Please proceed.
And I'm going to be able to cross-examine him on these because I just got these today. And I'm going to need to call back some of these other guys.
Trooper Rico was on the stand and finished last time, Judge. I don't know if it was Staples. It seemed like he was in the process of wrapping up his questions, but I'm not sure if he still had.
Oh, I have questions for Gricko, yeah. Let me try to gather my thoughts here. I'm trying to do a multitask, 1,000 things. No. So hold on. We have to. No, I got to get the witnesses out. No. What? The witnesses, I have to get my witnesses out first. Like I said, I have to get the witnesses. I don't. So I was trying to get a preliminary thing, and that was interrupted. So can I do that real quick, please? Who's here not on the list yet?
I'm on it, right?
You are on it, Ken.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Kathy with the C.
Kath, is it
Yeah, it's
This
now
one?
Heon, yeah. My last name is Heon, Heon.
G-O-N?
Yep,
Okay,
okay.
awesome. Thank you so much.
First name Robert.
Robert,
Muckenthaler, M-U-C-K,
C-K-E-N,
E-N, T-H-A, L-E-R.
L-E-R. All right, thank you so much. Gene, I got you here.
me? Okay.
Yeah.
Hi, Frank. I was behind you that day.
Okay.
Trish Jorgensen. Patricia Jorgensen, but whatever, that's fine.
Yeah, they're gonna want to know.
All
the
right.
full-
And J-O-R-G-E-N, S-E-N, S-E-N.
Okay.
And I was behind you and Therese that day.
Okay, thank you.
I have to come and go today.
That's fine.
Get me down, right?
Yep, Stephen Robinson. Okay, thank you. Jonathan Harmon.
J-O-N-A-T-H-A-N, no H.
No, what is it?
J-O-N.
Oh, whoops. J-O-N.
A-T-H-A-N, Harmon, H-A-R-M-O-N.
All All right, awesome. Thank you so much.
Deb Bud.
Deb Bud, I think we got you.
And we've never seen your YouTube channels, and we've
Okay.
been in the South, so.
Excellent. It's up to you. Yeah, well, she wants to know if she wants to be, because she was there filming as well. So, I don't know if I want to call her. Do you want to? It's fine. She's she's better off doing this.
Rick. Bud, B-U-D-D.
Okay.
Yeah, we were there if you need.
Okay, thank you so much. Good to go.
Just one more preliminary thing. Mr.
Hold on.
Staples put Trooper Spenza on his witness list, which we only received this witness list the same day, I believe, the court proceedings was yesterday. So Trooper Provenza has been in the courtroom for all of the proceedings, so I think it's improper for him to now be put on the defendant's witness list for the issues that occurred at police standards of training. If he wants to call him for some other reason, I don't have any objection to him calling him for some other reason, subject to relevancy objections. But to the extent that he intends to call him to testify about the events that happened on October 13th, I don't think it's appropriate, given that we didn't put us on notice prior to starting the trial. Trooper Provenza has been our media guy from the beginning.
And hold on. Trooper Provenza signed all the tickets. I don't know what Trooper Provenza looks like. Okay? So for them to expect me to recognize him and them not notifying me that this was him when I was asking about this guy and where was he and why wasn't he on the witness list, they knew damn well he was right there. And like I said, I have video of him texting while this guy or somebody was testifying, violating. That was the 4th violation. I don't know if other people, because I know the Free Keene people and Breaking the Flaw witnessed some of the witness tampering and caught some of it on video. They said they were going to file something with the courts. I don't know. He just submitted it to the court.
Sir, I'm just going to admonish you, you're not a party to this proceeding.
I didn't see him yet.
I would very much appreciate you not making any outbursts during the course of this proceeding. You filed a request.
It's gonna be here till 4 o'clock. So if you can't be here, don't tell me. I don't need you then. Okay, stop.
Would you listen?
No, please go back into the crowd. Thanks. I'll be good. I'll be good. I'm good. Please stop fucking bothering me. Go back in the fucking shit. Jesus Christ.
Please proceed, sir.
This was my witness, so I will just, by way of recapping with him. Lieutenant Rigo, back on the 13th of October, 2021, were you in attendance at the Governor of the Executive Council meeting occurring at the Police Standards and Training Building? And had offered testimony last Friday regarding things that you saw and things that occurred there during that meeting. And consistent with that testimony, at some point, were you directed or did you receive some information about potentially affecting the arrest of Mr. Staples?
That's correct.
And do you recognize Mr. Staples?
Yes.
And is he here in court with us today?
He is.
And would you indicate what he might be wearing?
I'm sitting on the table in front of me right now.
Wearing that hat.
Thank you, Attorney.
Thank you. So, with respect,
My understanding is that the state wrapped up its direct examination.
and I just want to say, you arrested him and you testified about the circumstances. So
We don't need to hear it again.
taking him out of there and then also what happened behind the curtain. And you testified about it and you had an opportunity to watch the video. And you could hear what was said behind the curtain. And it was fair and accurate as displayed in the court. Nothing further to get examined. Thank you.
So you testified that I was leaving the building as I began to say shut it down, correct, last time? Okay. And let me see here. Thought I had something here for you. And refresh me, did you ever go behind the curtain? You brought me behind the curtain. Did you bring me behind the curtain? So you brought me behind the curtain, so you didn't see what happened on the other side there at that time. All right. So you...
Just as a quick note, I'm going to object to a sort of editorial set of comments.
It's not an editorial.
That's not evidence. If he wants to testify about what he did or what happened, he can do so. But saying we didn't see what happened over here is not a question. It doesn't give the witness an opportunity to
I did form it as a question, I thought.
That he refrain from editorial comment. If he wants to testify, he obviously would be allowed to do so.
Thank you. So, I'm trying to go through these things here. Sorry. I got these over here too. So you effectuated the arrest, and who ordered you to effectuate the arrest?
At the time, it was Staff Sergeant Baldessari.
So Staff Sergeant Baldessari, were you a witness to any of the behavior here in any of these complaints?
You'd have to be more specific, but I was there.
Any of the charges that I'm charged with? What did I do that you found was disrupting the meeting?
Yeah, as I testified last Friday, I received,
No, what did you witness? Not what were you told. What did you witness me?
so as I testified last Friday, I could hear the disturbance, I could hear the commotion, but as I testified last time, I did not personally see myself.
Right, so you heard some sort of commotion, but you don't know what it was. The whole goddamn room, was the whole damn room in a commotion?
At which point in time?
That's a good question. At the point in time that you're referring to. What point in time are you referring to? Can you point it out on the video?
There's several instances where there was disturbances. I can't speak specifically to what it is that you're thinking about or you're trying to inquire. I can only point to the fact that at some point in time, the disturbance was viewed by somebody else that was relayed to me.
So you didn't witness any of it. That's fine. Now, let's see here. Because I'm just confused about some of this stuff. Now, so it's DeLuca here in these complaints. This is the first time I've seen these complaints today. Okay? Yeah, this whole thing is a joke, but let's continue. Let me continue going through my notes. So, did you try to give did you offer me an opportunity to leave the building prior to arrest?
Did I personally?
Yes. Was that part of the play? Was that an option given to you? Were you not given an option? Were you just told to arrest me?
You were free to leave the building at any point during the meeting.
No, once I was brought behind the curtain. Once I was told I need to talk to you, that's an arrest. Whether or not you said I was under arrest, that's effectuating an arrest. That's what you were doing. You've testified to that, correct?
At the moment I told you that you were under arrest, no, you weren't allowed to leave.
Correct. Right. So when you tapped me on the shoulder, I was not allowed to leave at that point. Was I ever offered an opportunity to leave?
From me, no.
Okay. Was that ever discussed?
Objection called.
He either knows or he doesn't, and he said no. So I don't know. Whatever. Oh yeah, here we go. So you effectuated the arrest. Why didn't you sign the complaint? It's because whoever, I mean,
That's not a relevant inquiry?
it's not a relevant inquiry?
No, sir.
Okay. So, how many other people were spoken to that day for disruptions? You wouldn't know? And I'm going to need help setting up my laptop to show some videos. And I also had a question about the video that they shared. I only got notification of the police state discs 1 and 2 early on in the trial.
I'm sorry. Do you have any further questions?
Yes, I do.
Would you make inquiry?
Well, I'll just forget about what I was trying to think about. It's okay. So trying to make sure some of these are not relevant to him. I mean, you really don't know anything, right? So you don't know, do you know what it is that distinguishes my alleged disorderly conduct from any of the other disruptions that day? He said no.
It's not relevant. He said he didn't know.
He said, what did I even ask? What was it that distinguishes? Hey, it's not fucking funny, dude. You think this is a fucking joke? No, I'm not gonna have people fucking ridiculing me every time I have a fucking thing, okay? I'm trying, dude. Oh, they don't even know. They don't care. And the people that have children, they don't care either. They're here to support me because they know I'm a fucking freedom fighter and they know these guys are bootlicking fucking tyrants. Okay? And the kids know that too, and that's what the kids should know. We don't hide the truth.
Sir, if you don't have any...
I do. You're distracting me. So... approximately how many disturbances were there throughout the meeting? You have no way of knowing that. Were there other disturbances through the meeting besides what you arrested me for?
I didn't arrest you for a specific disturbance.
You just arrested me, because, right, you don't know why you arrested me, do
I was
you?
informed that somebody else had seen some type of behavior that you had encountered.
All right, see you later. You're good. We're done with this guy. He doesn't know nothing about nothing. Unless it comes to the back behind the curtain stuff.
Is there any further inquiry from that?
No, but, I understood he was asking about back behind the curtain. If he wants to examine about that, he should as well.
So this is what I'm trying to get at. Did you guys they already called all their state witnesses? How many other witnesses do you guys have? Just the one. Who is that? Greg DeLuca. And, but you were witness. We might need to call him back on this stuff after I get some stuff out of DeLuca.
Sure, we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. You can sit down. State's gonna call Greg to look at it.
And I need to call back some of the other witnesses too. I hope Megan Walsh is here and Lavoy as well, Chad Lavoy. Are they here? I haven't seen them either. Are they here, Larry?
I don't think they're here right now, but you get them back if it was.
Yeah, I need them back. 100%. I definitely need Lavoy. I got a bunch of stuff to ask Lavoy.
If there are witnesses under subpoena who are present, who can testify in this proceeding, they can be called as witnesses.
They're not here.
I want to put on the record, Mr. Staples, that you filed a request with this court indicating that you wanted someone, you asked for an accommodation from the court.
Yes.
You wanted someone to sit down as an aide with you in the courtroom and help keep you on point.
Yes.
Take notes, slowly
Correct.
assist you to understand what's going on.
Yep. My roommate, I was hoping he was going to be able to do that.
You expressed the reasons for that. The court granted that request.
Mm-hmm.
Allowed that you could be accompanied in counsel.
And I was briefly.
A trusted companion to
Yep.
aid you in the courtroom and to help keep you on point, as you phrased it.
She's just not good at it.
And then you just.
Or it's my fault. I just can't help
You
myself.
dismissed that aid.
Mhm.
Selected. And so now you're without that.
Sure.
And
Mm-hmm.
that was a voluntary.
Of course it was.
Right.
I got you.
Please proceed. Thank you. Go ahead. State calls Greg DeLuca, Your Honor. You swear or affirm the testimony you give in this proceeding will be the truth under the pains and penalties of perjury? I do. Please proceed.
Could you state your name for the record, please?
Greg DeLuca,
And how are you employed, sir?
with Union State Police.
And what's your position currently?
I'm a supervisor at Troop D.
And how long have you been in law enforcement?
I've been in law enforcement over 19 years with state police and a handful of seasons with Root Joel prior to state police.
And during your time with state police or Marine Patrol, did you go through the full-time training academy?
I did.
And during that time, did you take instruction as it relates to the enforcement of criminal laws in the state of New Hampshire?
I did.
And as a result of your time at the academy, did you emerge with a certification for those things?
I did.
And you've been a full-time certified police officer since then?
I have.
Calling your attention to October 13th of 2021, what was your assignment that day?
That day I was assigned to the police academy for a governor council meeting.
During that time, did you observe the defendant also in attendance at that meeting?
He was.
Do you recall at all what he was doing that day?
I do not.
Okay. And during that meeting, were you present for any of the warnings that were given to the crowd?
I was.
Did something happen? Did something happen that caused you to go and approach the defendant?
There was.
What was that that happened?
Mr. Staples yelled out, "That's a lie," at one point.
Okay. And as a result of that, what action did you take?
I just walked over to Mr. Staples. He was sitting in the center of the auditorium, toward the back, and I just walked over where he was sitting, and I politely asked him to refrain from yelling, and if he did so, that he could possibly be arrested for disorder of conduct.
Thank you. I got further for this witness.
Did you give me? Thank you. Sorry. Did you ever give me an opportunity to leave the building or ask me that?
I did not.
Why not?
Wasn't necessary.
Wasn't necessary? Why were you watching me?
I wasn't.
You weren't?
No.
So you did or you didn't witness this stuff?
What's that?
The stuff that you just said. So you said you weren't watching me, but how could you witness something if you didn't watch me?
I was able to hear you at that point where I was standing. I was able to hear you.
How do you know my voice? How do you?
I know your voice.
You don't know my voice?
No, not prior to that time, no.
No. Okay. So, wow, that was a bombshell. So you don't know my voice. So you heard someone say, you did not see me say, it's a lie, correct?
I don't recall seeing you say that's a lie, but I know that it came from that general area.
Okay. And you don't recognize my voice either. Interesting. And you're Greg DeLuca.
Yes.
So they're not going to ask, so are they going to get to ask him more questions? Or I'm just about the process here. I'm trying to understand the process.
It depends on the scope of your cross-examination.
So they might start asking more questions, but they can't, can they start talking about stuff behind the curtain? Because I don't know, I didn't hear anything about behind the curtain.
Mr. Staples, please conduct whatever inquiry you want to make with.
I'm trying to think here and formulate my thoughts and understand the process, sir. Okay? So if I stop now, they will get to readdress what I brought up, correct? Recklessly caused a breach. So purposely caused a breach. Okay. I mean, unless they bring up, let me just make sure, because I think we're going to be good on this guy, and I think you guys just lost the case. But let's just make sure. So there was just that, the lie, it's a lie is what you heard me say. Was there any other disturbances that you were witness to me making?
There were other disturbances during that entire,
In front of the executive council?
in front of the executive council.
Yeah,
During that meeting, yes.
during the meeting. So were you a witness to me being arrested for saying yeah?
For saying yeah?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Did you hear me say yeah?
I heard a noise from your location, yes.
A noise from my location.
Correct.
Uh-huh. And how many other people were in my location?
A bunch.
A bunch. trying to make sure what I'm being charged with here. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I really see no purpose in asking him another thing.
No further questions, sir. Thanks, sir.
Thank you. Have a good day.
State rested. State's rested its case, Mr. Staples.
I hope they did. Because I was never charged with saying, yeah. And these other charges that this guy supposedly arrested me for behind the curtain were not testified to at all. I'm not charged with saying, yeah. Am I? No, I am not. But we're still going to call my witnesses and go through my evidence. Because you motherfuckers need to feel the pain. Fuck around and find out. Let's go. So I want to talk to Lavoie. Let's get Lavoie back here. Where's Lavoie? I told you guys last time I needed to cross them again. So why are they not here today?
Who's your first witness, sir?
Lavoie, I need to recross that guy. I'm not done. I might not need to call any of my witnesses. I might not need to call any of my witnesses.
I don't know if the court is interpreting Mr. Staples' words as a motion to dismiss at the end of the state's case, or wants to hear from the state on that issue.
Well, that's why I put in there. I don't know these things.
Yeah, procedurally, I understood Mr. Staples to say in
I already filed a motion to dismiss.
language unique to Mr. Staples, let's proceed.
Yeah.
But out of an abundance of caution, I want to make sure that
They're free to withdraw the case.
what you noted is sort of recognized from the due process standpoint. So to the extent that Mr. Staples could have been understood to have made a motion to dismiss and close the state's evidence, let me hear from the state on the issue.
The state posits or asserts to the court that we have established beyond a reasonable doubt all the elements to both offenses, which is that there was a public meeting going on, that Mr. Staples was given a specific warning not to disturb that meeting, that he subsequently yelled out and in either purposeful way to disturb the meeting or in doing so created a reckless risk thereof. And subsequent to his arrest, he made a second disturbance during that same public meeting, and either purposefully to disrupt that meeting and did in fact disrupt that meeting.
There's been no testimony to that.
Sorry, Mr. Staples, the state's making an argument in response to your motion, so please not.
This is insane.
Either purposefully to disrupt the meeting or in reckless disregard thereof, so we believe that we have established the elements of the offense.
Mr. Staples, do you wish to be heard further on the motion?
I didn't motion to dismiss anything. I'll motion to dismiss after I call my witnesses and after I cross-examine these other assholes. Okay? I never filed for a motion to dismiss. They're resting their case, correct? Okay, I'm ready to go. Let's bring it on. I want to talk to this Trooper Provenza guy.
All right, for the sake of the record, looking at the evidence in the light most favorable to the state at this point of the proceeding, the state's met a prima facie case, so the motion to dismiss is denied.
I didn't file a motion to dismiss. He tried to get me to file one, so don't say I had some shit denied. I'm ready to continue.
This is your opportunity to present your case.
And I'm yeah, well, What about cross-examining? I have more questions for Lavoie witness.
All right, so, Mr. Staples, call your first witness.
What is going on with Lavoie? Is he on his way?
I guess what I would indicate, Judge, just in response, is Trooper Lavoie, actually Major Lavoie, testified under oath the defendant had a full and fair opportunity to examine him with regard to what he saw and what led him to do what he did. That's our record. If he wanted to recall him for some reason, he could have made an effort to do that. As far as the state is concerned, he was made available, he testified, he was cross-examined. No, he's not here.
I said that I needed to I was going to need to talk to him. We heard further testimony after the fact, and I had to go rewatch the whole thing, and I have stuff for Walsh, Baldessari, and Lavoie. Okay? Where is it? Trooper Provenza. No?
Your Honor, we would object to Trooper Provenza being called because he has been present for all of the testimony.
That's fine.
And so, to the extent that Mr. Staples wants to address the events of October 13th, I think that would be inappropriate. But if he wants to address him on other relevant topics, we don't object to him being called at this time.
Yeah, I want to talk to him about the complaints. I want to get him on the record on why he signed the complaints, man. It's that simple.
Let's see if there's relevant inquiry here.
Sure. Yeah.
Sir, do you swear or affirm the testimony you give in this proceeding will be the truth and the pains and penalties of perjury?
I do, Your Honor.
Please have a seat.
Your Honor, Trooper Staples Provenza, Provenza.
Sir, why did you sign these tickets? All 4 of them.
The criminal complaint.
The criminal complaints that you signed.
Can you just identify those documents?
Yes, Your Honor, it's charge ID 167444C, charge ID 16744443C, and 16744442C, 16744441C, and they are the criminal complaints on this matter.
Okay. And
To answer your question, Mr. Staples, my role during this event was a scribe, whereas I assisted with putting the case overall together due to the fact that it was such a large event and due to the fact that there were multiple police reports compiled in this. So at the end, what I did is took what's called the imputed knowledge by reading the police reports, and doing that, I completed the complaints for the entire case and did submit them to the court based on the imputed knowledge from the other officers that witnessed your behavior.
is that typically how a complaint is written, and why?
I don't know about typical, but that is a way of it to.
How is a complaint typically, how does it come about? Normally,
Complaints come about in multiple ways. It can be the arresting officer, it can be the prosecutor, it could be a different prosecutor. Are you talking about just the circuit court here?
no, I'm saying when an officer files a complaint against somebody, is it not the officer who witnessed it that files the complaint in the charging documents and swears to the facts in the document as you did?
Not always, sir.
So you swore to all the facts in those complaints, correct?
Based on my imputed knowledge, yes.
Based on your imputed knowledge. What does imputed knowledge mean?
Imputed knowledge is a legal doctrine that takes the information that is by other police officers and information that they learn, and then they provide that to either another police officer, another government official, a non-government official, or a prosecutor, and based on that information, charging documents are completed.
So you were not a witness to any of the details there directly?
To which details, Mr.
Any of the details in the complaint that you swore to? Were you a witness to any of those things, sir? You were. So it's not just imputed knowledge, is it? What were you witness to, sir?
I object.
Calls for testimony that would have fallen under the sequestration.
What? So they're admitting to violating my due process right now. By bringing this guy, knowing he signed the complaints, not having him on the witness list. He swears to all these facts. Now it comes out that he is a witness to these things that he did actually swear to. So, do I get the right to face my accuser?
Well, Mr. Staples, was Trooper Provenza on your witness list?
He is on my witness list.
When did you submit?
I filed it yesterday.
Well, that was after the issuance of the sequestration order.
I don't know what you mean. So, like I said, I didn't recognize this dude. I was asking these guys the last time. I was saying, hey, where's Trooper Provenza? Where's Trooper Provenza? He's sitting here the whole damn time. And they're like, well, I don't know. I don't know where's Trooper Provenza. I don't know where's Trooper Provenza. Okay? He's the guy who signed the damn tickets. He's sitting right there. And like I said, and I would like to submit this to the court if possible, the video that I have of him texting while that's a violation of the sequester order. Who are you texting to?
Hang on.
Sorry.
We're addressing the question of the admissibility of his response to your last question. Attorney Shepard, you've objected.
So you won't let him testify on these tickets?
Well, that's sort of up to me.
Right, okay. Well, he doesn't want them to.
Making a legal argument about why that testimony should be barred, but in sort of a convoluted manner in which Mr. Provenza ended up on the witness stand, so I'm going to allow a modest inquiry into this.
Thank you so much, sir.
I think the question that you asked Mr. Staples is, I was not personally witness to the beginning event, but I did hear you screaming from behind the curtain, the F this S word, shut it down, screaming from behind the curtain.
You think you heard that, right?
Yes, I did.
That's what you're telling me now?
Yes.
And so can I get those back, please? So who ordered you to amalgamate all that data? What? Amalgamate? It means to put a bunch of different unrelated things together. Imputed. You amalgamated information from all the police reports. That's the word that I would use, amalgamated.
Yes, the OIC was Staff Sergeant Baldessari. That morning he assigned me as the scribe and to be the person to help make sure that the case, due to the large number of police officers, police reports, and arrests that were made, to make sure that they were all put together into a package.
So they knew there were going to be a lot of arrests made, so they had you as a scribe.
Nobody knew that there was going to be anything. We just made sure that we were prepared to document the events that occurred that day.
And, all right, hold on. So, what prevented, or do you know, what prevented the actual witnesses of the offending conduct from filing a complaint themselves?
That objection is sustained.
Okay, so why didn't the officers who witnessed the conduct write these complaints? Because these weren't written that day. These were made up way after the fact.
That's asked and answered, Mr. Staples, so could you move on from this issue?
Did I ask and answer? How can you swear to facts that you were not witness to? No, that's a different question.
It's the same question you just phrased.
No, it's not. It's completely different. It is completely different.
Do you have any more questions for this witness?
Yes. Are you on the Lori list? Relevance? Relevance of the Lori list? I mean, this guy has honesty issues, sir. And he was caught on video sending text violating the sequestration order. Okay? This dude is on the Lori list. Okay? I know he's on the Lori list. So I will ask that his testimony be taken as potentially false. And because he all of a sudden says, now I was a witness to these things that I wasn't a witness to. I actually amalgamated the data. Then he changes it mid-sentence to, no, he actually was a witness to these things. So you heard me say a couple of things.
Relevant to this line of inquiry. It's not, my understanding is that Trooper Provenza is not.
I am not on the Lori list. I have never been on that list, Your Honor.
So he says, that's not what we heard. Is there another Provenza? Your Sam Provenza? Yeah, maybe there was whatever. We'll see. I know that they had a list and they took people off and they hid things and all that. So it is what it is. And okay. Copies of complaints. These are Walsh and Baldessari. There he is, Trooper Provenza. Okay, those are some of those. I'm going to the next page, yes, sir. I'm checking my notes. Sorry. Who were you texting to while the guy was testifying on the 10th? While you were sitting over there, last Friday.
For clarity and brevity, are you asking if I was texting any of the witnesses in this case?
Yeah, we want to see your texts. How do we know that? Will you show your texts from that day in time? We have the time.
Please ask your next question.
What do you mean? So you're not going to answer the question who you were texting? Is that not a relevant question to the case on the witness tampering thing?
I think what Trooper Provenza said was that he was not texting with any witnesses in this case.
And how do we know that?
He just tested.
Oh, he said so. Oh, he said so. Just because he said so. Yeah, this guy can go back to his disc jockey shit. Governor Chris Sununu. Governor Chris Sununu. Where are you? Where's Governor Sununu? For people have testified and built their foundation of this case upon the warnings given by Governor Sununu, and other people testified as to what he was saying or thinking. And I have no way of knowing that without Governor Sununu. So I would ask the state produce Governor Sununu by the end of the day, hopefully, or maybe we can come back for another time for that. But this is literally the foundation of their argument. Sure. Governor Sununu's not here. Stephen Robinson, he's out. They're all out there. So can I go get one? Do you want me to go?
Ma'am, can you get Mr. Robinson?
Yes.
Thank you so much, Rustin. First witness. Sir, I don't know if you've ever done this before.
Not really. Seen on TV a lot.
Yeah.
Sir, before you sit down, do you swear or affirm that the testimony you give in this proceeding will be the truth under the pains and penalties of perjury? Yes, sir. Please have a seat.
So how's this work?
Before we get started, sir, just state your name for the record. Spell your last name, please.
Stephen Robinson, R-O-B-I-N-7.
If we could plug in witnesses' knowledge before we start the direct examination.
I'm going to permit that.
Mr. Robinson?
You guys have to speak up a little.
Sure, yeah. I just want to clarify, have you watched any of the videos of this proceeding?
Which video are you talking about? Well, there's a whole bunch of videos out there, so you can.
Right. Have you watched any of the videos?
I was there and I watched videos. Yeah.
No, I'm sorry. I'm talking about the trial. Have you watched any
Last
of the
Friday's trial.
Yes.
Yes.
This trial started last Friday. Have you watched any of the videos of the trial?
Yes, I have.
Your Honor, based on that, I would move to exclude the witness.
He was there, and I don't see why this is any different to trust these state troopers and this citizen. They're all watching the damn videos too. This guy was live streaming the whole time. So they could have been out there on their phones watching it live. You know what I mean? So I don't know how him watching the videos taints his whatever he witnessed that day.
So the sequestration order was clear, and I think it was incumbent upon you, Mr. Staples, to ensure that none of your witnesses had any.
You didn't say we couldn't share any videos or anything, so I don't know what you're talking about, dude.
I'm excluding this witness.
Fine, whatever, Steve, you're good. We got plenty of people here, and then we got plenty that didn't watch the video too.
I would ask that Mr. Robinson remain in court. I just don't want there to be any more tainting of witnesses that might potentially be called out in the hallway.
Unbelievable. If you want, it's up to you. You can leave if you want, Steve. Yeah. So he's not a fucking witness or anything at this point.
Yes, sir. Mr. Robbins. Yep. There's a sequestration order in effect. That means that any person who's a witness in this case
Unless you're a state trooper, you can violate it.
can't discuss what occurred during the course
Bill will be escorted out? Does that make sense? If I can't sit out there and talk to
I have
anybody,
no control over what you do.
Yeah, he can leave. You can leave. Hey, thanks for coming out. Sorry, this is. You could stay in here if you want.
I'll go for a little bit. I'll leave when I want to leave.
Yeah. Fuck around and find the fuck out. Fucking assholes. Yeah. My next witness. All right. We will go with Trina Stokes. This is actually the woman whose video they used that they never gave me notice of. She was sitting right behind me, probably the best witness. So, and I never had any of these witnesses until after the last trial. I didn't get a copy of the people that were there. Somebody shared me something from the lawyers. They had this big, huge list, and I went through them. So.
Would you please come up? Come right on up to the witness stand. Before you sit down, I'll ask you to raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm the testimony you give in this proceeding will be the truth under the pains and penalties of perjury? Please have a seat. Ma'am, please state your name for the record and spell your last name.
Trina Stokes, S-T-O-K-E-S.
Your Honor, again, I ask the walk through.
Please go ahead.
Ms. Stokes, have you watched any of the videos of the first day of this trial?
I have.
And make the same motion.
I'm going to object because they're using her video. She's a witness. You're going to say that our witnesses are all going to lie when these fucking troopers were violating this shit the whole fucking time? This is bullshit. So it's up to you what you want to do. You can do the right thing or you can excuse her because she watched the first day of trial when you never told me anything about putting out videos. And there's people like, how am I supposed to contact everyone under the sun that I don't even know? Are you fucking kidding me right now, dude?
You're excluded, ma'am.
You're excluded because of the fucking videos that he didn't say anything about. So it's all right because we already smoked these motherfuckers. We know that.
My video footage shows the truth of regard.
Her video footage shows the fucking truth, and I'm going to be submitting the whole thing unboosted, okay, for you to check out and see without them doctoring it because they doctored it. Call my next witness. Julian Acard. Is Julian here? I didn't see him out there either. And then Monica, I think she was out there. And then, what about Regina Barnes? Regina, is she out there? I didn't see her either. Some of these people, I know that some of them did not watch it. So how about Jim Booley? Jim Booley? We'll try him. We'll go down the list in order. No? All right. It's Kathleen. It's Heon now. Kathleen Heon. She's here. I know she's here. And I do not believe she watched the thing either. This is the new list. Yeah, she was actually Bozeman. Okay. And these are new people that, here, if you want to, these are other ones that I just got today. So Emily Phillips. You can, Robert Muckenthaler.
Do you swear or affirm the testimony you give in this proceeding will be the truth under the pains and penalties of perjury? Please have a seat.
Can I have 1 second, Your Honor?
Yep. Let me just get a preliminary matter out of the way. Ma'am, would you state your name for the record and spell your last name?
Kathleen Heon, Heon.
Good. Thank you.
Miss, I'm sorry? Heon. Sorry. I couldn't overhear her for my own writing. Have you watched any of the videos of the first day of this proceeding? We started this trial last week.
Oh, no, I
Have you watched any of the videos of that? Have you had any conversations with any of the witnesses that have already testified in this proceeding?
No, I haven't.
And did anyone tell you today how to answer those questions?
No.
Okay, thank you. Further question? Please proceed.
So, do you know why you're here today?
Testifying on what I witnessed on October 13th.
Correct. And what took place on October 13th?
We had the executive council meeting at the police academy in Concord, and we all assembled inside, and at one point, state troopers aligned the aisles where we were all sitting.
Where were you sitting?
I was sitting all the way over to the right, to the table that the state troopers were sitting at the very beginning. I was right,
To the front or to the rear?
to the front,
Okay.
and, I witnessed them probably about, I don't know, maybe an hour into the meeting, go into the middle aisles, like I said, and wondered what was going on, why this was happening, and, started looking around, looked over, to Therese, that she was sitting with, and, she didn't really have a reaction. And then, something was said by the council, and I saw Therese put her hands above her head, like this. And then shortly after, I saw a state trooper go over to you first, I believe, and tap you on the shoulder, and then, a trooper tapped Therese on the shoulder, and asked, well, I didn't hear what they said, but you got up and you followed them behind the curtain.
Was the meeting stopped by the council at any point during this? Did you hear me make any loud noises or say anything at any point in time? What was the characterization, like how was the meeting from beginning to end, and how long what did the meeting last approximately?
Lasted for quite a few hours, I think at least 3, if not more. It seemed to be going quite well. We were told at one point by a woman's state trooper to keep it down, and if there were any outbursts, that people would be asked to leave. And at one point, before that, Therese was going around, and she walked around and she had her finger to her mouth to, advise us all to keep quiet.
Keep quiet.
And, I don't remember any outbursts that interrupted the meeting.
Do you know why the state trooper came out and gave the warning that people would be arrested?
No, there might have been some, rumbling.
Your Honor, I'm gonna object to her speculating, but I don't mind. If she has direct knowledge of why Mr. Staples was warned, that's fine.
That's not what I asked. I was not warned. This was the warning. What are you talking about? When the woman came out.
Sorry, we're considering the propriety of the question that you posed. So-
Yeah, he's confused because he's talking about when the guy came and warned me. She's talking about when Megan Walsh came out and warned the whole crowd.
Well, just so we can be specific, could you rephrase your question?
So, why did the officer warn the crowd, and what did she say?
She said, I believe, it was 2 years ago, that if there were outbursts, that we would be asked to leave.
Did she elicit specifically what type of outburst she was talking about? Was she directing it towards me? What? Did she direct the comments warning? Was she specifically warning me, or was she warning the crowd?
She was warning the whole crowd.
Okay. And you have no way of you don't have any idea why she warned?
I don't know why she did at that point. No, because, like I said, that I don't recall any outbursts. People may have been talking amongst themselves, but there was nothing that was interrupting the council meeting.
Was the meeting ever paused for disruption? Okay. And I think that's good.
Just a little bit. It's fair to say that nobody on the council table was talking when the trooper got up to make her announcement, right?
We can bring up the video.
I can't recall if they were still in session, if they were talking when she made her statement. I can't recall that.
So you would agree that if there was a videotape of the proceedings, it's probably more accurate than your 2-year-old recollection? If there was a videotape of the proceedings, you would agree that that's more accurate? As
Objection, relevance.
Sort of directly relevant.
No.
So the rest of my question is, so if there were a videotape of the whole proceeding, you would agree that the videotape probably more accurately represents what actually happened than your 2-year-old recollection of the events? That's not a knock against you, it's just memory, right?
Yes.
Okay. And
Same goes for all the troopers then.
you testified that the meeting was never stopped.
Yeah,
And maybe
It wasn't stopped, that's the thing.
I'm misunderstanding the scope of your answer. So, isn't it fair to say that after Mr. Staples and Ms. Grinnell were asked to step outside, that there was a commotion that occurred that caused the governor to pause the proceedings?
no, we did not pause the proceedings.
Okay. And again, you would agree that if there's a videotape of the governor specifically saying, we're going to cause the proceedings, you would agree that's more accurate than your own personal recollection?
We did not pause the proceedings.
Okay. I'm done.
Yes. So he brought up later on, after we were brought behind the curtain, did you hear a commotion at that point?
Yes,
And what did you hear?
I heard you and Terry saying that you were being arrested.
Okay. And then what happened?
Then a couple people in the crowd got a little irritated and kind of spoke up a little. Nobody was really yelling. They were talking and saying what is going on, what's happening, things along that nature.
Is it possible that during that commotion that someone on the council could have paused the meeting and people didn't hear that?
Yes, could be.
Okay. And can you describe the sound quality of the room for us?
Well, I mean, it was kind of loud. There was a lot of people in one